This week we keep to the high plains where we find a great brewery in Sheridan, Wyoming. We try not to make a mess with death. We take you along on a trip to Wally World and deal with a leaky tire on the way to the Black Hills. I don't see anything in it. All right, kids, we made it to Sheridan, Wyoming. Tony Tao drove all day. Nicely done, Tony Tao.
Yay! Cute little KOA here in Sheridan. We got a brand new site, never been used.
Got brand new dirt. Ain't never been parked on before from what they told us. And Tony Tao she already did the scout ahead and discovered a brewery that's dog friendly on the inside. We're gonna go fuel up for tomorrow. And we're gonna go hit a brewery and have a beer. Fuel and beer. We'll be right back with you. So after 4 hours of driving today, under the expert driving hands of Tony Tao, we have made it to Sheridan, Wyoming. We are at Luminous Brew House, which is dog friendly, so you might see Gracie's head popping up over here every once in a while. Tony Tao went with a Stratus orange wheat. One thing you should know about Tony Tao, if there is an orange wheat in the house, she's going there.
I love orange wheat. This is de-stress after stressful driving all day.
Ooh, that is good.
It's good, it's tasty.
It's on the sweeter side too. I did the standard dealer's choice flight. So I have a red, I have an IPA, I have a cream ale, and then I have a chili ale. So here's the cream ale. Ooh, that's really good. Try that. You'll love that. You will love that beer. See, I told you you would love that.
Ooh,
I know.
Great for a cream ale.
I think I'm going to move to the red next before I go to the IPA. Red's okay. It's a little weak on the flavor for a red. It's not bad. It's just not a great red. Agree? Disagree?
No, I actually like it.
Do you like it?
It's not as bold as a lot of reds.
Mm-hmm.
I would drink that in a heartbeat.
I like a much bolder red. Now it sounds like we're talking about wine. This is the High Country IPA. Doesn't smell too terribly hoppy. That's a lovely IPA. It's not bitter at all. It's got a lot of flavor, but not any bite, not any of the bitter bite.
There is no bite, but
yeah,
interesting. It's different in IPA, but there is not any bitterness, but you get the IPA flavor. Kind of weird.
All right, and then this is the chili ale. You can smell the chili in it. Not a whole lot of bite at all to it, but it does have that. Not habanero, jalapeno kind of flavor to it. Ooh, the bite comes a little later. It does have a little kick. I am a fan of a good chili beer, although I'm not a real big fan of hot stuff, and I just get the heartburn. Because we're old. But I do like a good chili beer. That's a good chili beer. Jane, hold me a Coke. This morning, before we leave, I have to put in DEF. So for those of you that own a diesel, you know exactly what DEF is. For those of you considering a diesel, DEF is an acronym for diesel exhaust fluid. It is part of the emissions control system on modern diesels. For those of you that have diesels and use DEF, question for you. One of the problems I always have with DEF is this thing, is when I screw it onto the top, this little, I don't know if you can see this little black thing here, it's designed to let air into the container. My problem is so many times I screw this in and then that little black thing that lets air in winds up being on the bottom. And then it doesn't really want to let the air in. And then I wind up with DEF all over the place. So if you use DEF and you use these silly things, if you have found a way to screw these on so that this little black air hole winds up towards the top, for God's sakes, let me know. Unscrew the top. Pull the little tamper resistant seal off. Now I'm gonna screw this in, and you watch, this time it'll work perfectly. Yep, as expected, see, it's towards the top. That usually never happens. One important thing, you will have a hole for your DEF and a hole for your diesel. Do not put the DEF in the diesel hole. Oh, the sound of success. I don't know if you can hear that. That means it's letting the air in and the DEF is flowing freely into the tank. All right, that's enough for DEF. Time to hook this trailer up. Today, we are heading on over to Deadwood, South Dakota. All right, we made it to Gillette, Wyoming for a Wally World stop. If you have a diesel truck, quick tip. After you've been hauling down the highway, up and down the hills and all that stuff, when you park, give it about a minute or so just to kind of cool the turbo down before you shut the truck off. So that it just will make your turbo last a little bit longer.
How do you know that?
Because I used to drive trucks for a living. Other quick tip, if you have a little dog like us, we have a special carrier for her when we go to places like Walmart.
We used to, like, one would sit in the car and the other person would go in, but that's a pain because I felt that was just stress.
I will have to let you know that if you have like a St. Bernard, this carrier is not going to work for you. But if you got a little dog like Gracie, this works brilliantly. This is it. This is the carrier for Gracie. We call it going to jail. If you bark, straight to jail. If you whine, straight to jail. Charge too much for sweater, straight to jail.
You know what I like about this thing?
What do you like about this thing?
It comes with a bottle opener.
It does.
It does.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. All right, what do we need?
Besides food, deodorant, and dog snacks.
There was something else that I had on your list.
Oh, the water filters.
Water filters. We need more water filters for the RV. All right, lead on. Potatoes.
We like these.
I know, those are really good. They make good breakfast sandwiches. The question is, did you get the ones with the double yolks?
No, you're the one that's good at that.
Lately, I've had this insane ability to buy eggs and have double yolks in the eggs.
I like Propel. Hydrates you and it's a little tastier than water. I don't drink sodas or anything, so I just get the boxes of the packets, and then I put those in a water bottle.
When she pours it in the water bottle, it makes all the air around the truck taste like Propel. Why do you think the man was shaking the sugar?
Why was he shaking the sugar? He like lifted up a bunch of them?
It's the sugar and the raw sugar.
Maybe he's just trying to see if they're not clumped together. I don't know. He was shaking it like a redheaded stepchild.
That won't stop crying.
Half
Check.
and half.
Half and half. Check. Splenda. Check.
We gotta get doggy snacks.
Gracie's snacks we did not get. Okay, so we got one thing of treats for Gracie, but her favorite treats that are usually at Walmart's, they didn't have any at this Walmart. So
The brand, they just don't have her size. What?
yeah.
That?
Yeah, grill.
They're cheap too.
Grill cleaner for the Blackstone. Grill press for smash burgers. I think we got everything we need. We really need to check out of here because we're spending too much money.
We have a wok topper. We could do
Stop,
veggies.
stop. I will keep spending money. Just go.
Right.
Go. Walk away.
Okay.
All right, so one challenge with the Brinkley is that we can only get to our refrigerator. We can't get to our pantry. So putting groceries away with the kitchen slide in can be a little bit challenging. I don't know what Tony Tao's plan for this is. What's your plan for all of this stuff?
So I take out the stuff and I put the stuff in the refrigerator. The rest I put back into the bags, and then I just throw them on the bed and they'll stay on the bed until we get to our destination. The one thing I do is when I put everything on the bed, I cover it with a heavy blanket because it keeps it from bouncing off the bed.
Cool. Well,
Hello? Siri, shut up. Go home, you're drunk.
It looks like you don't have a home address listed on your contact card.
That's appropriate.
That is appropriate. We do not have a home address on our contact card because it changes every week. This is the crazy thing about the Northern Plains. We walked into that Walmart like an hour, not even an hour ago.
Not even an hour.
Half an hour ago,
Yeah.
and it was sunny. And right now, there's like giant storm clouds building over us.
This Walmart was great. It's in
Gillette.
Wyoming. Huge. Lots of places to park your rig. And it's a superstore, so it had so much stuff. I was very happy. I found everything I needed. And there's lightning out there. Can we go?
All right, we're getting the hell out of here because Tony Tow does not like lightning and thunder. I may have a slow leak in a tire. Because about 20 miles ago, I was just rolling through my dashboard display and I noticed that the driver's side rear tire on the truck was only at 76 pounds of pressure. It's supposed to be cold 80. And since we've been running on it, it should be closer to 90. And over the last 20 miles, it's gone down to like 70 pounds. So I need to check that tire. We're pulled off at a rest stop, 17 miles from where we're going. But I want to check this tire, make sure there isn't something in it and it's slowly leaking. I don't see anything in it. I did have a pressure gauge in here. Let's check the pressure with it. That's reading 69 pounds. So I'm gonna get my generator out, or not my generator, my compressor out. I'm gonna put some air in this thing and we'll see where it winds up when we get to Spearfish. Stand by. All right, that's back up to 80 pounds. Let's get our butts to Spearfish. Yeah, I don't see maybe something there. It's hard to tell. Sometimes you get little rocks inside these treads and it's really hard to tell if it's something in it or not. All right, so we're gonna haul ass to Spearfish. Well, good morning, kids, and welcome to day 2 in Spearfish, South Dakota. We are just outside of Deadwood at a lovely RV park called Elkhorn Ridge. So yesterday, on our way in, we had what I suspected to be a slow leak in the driver's side rear tire of the Ram. Well, as of this morning, I can confirm we have a slow leak. I haven't even looked at what the pressure is, but just looking at this tire, I know there's a slow leak in it. So we are heading over to Great Western Tire, or I am heading over to Great Western Tire this morning, which is a tire service and sales center in Spearfish. And we're gonna see if they can figure out what's going on with this tire. But first, I gotta put air in this tire. All right, so I'm gonna pop this on and see what the pressure is this morning. It was at 77 last night. That's at a whopping 20. Yeah, time to fill it up. This will take a while. Tire's full, rain has stopped. One thing to keep in mind with these Viair compressors, if you've run it for a long time like that, whatever you do, don't reach down and grab, especially the part where the cylinder is, because it's going to be hot. Ask me how I know this. So I'm gonna let that sit out here and cool down a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna load a few things in the truck and then we'll head on down to Great Western Tire and see if we can get this thing fixed. Was quick and easy. These guys at Great Western Tire were great. Took about an hour, they got it in, there was a nail in it, $29 later, and we're back in action. All right, back to the RV park.